Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore live show. It is a Sunday night, and you know what that means. We're back for another episode of the live show, and we're here to start our reviews of the Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 2. As always, is the Chigani here to host the show, alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? One wonderful Sunday, day before Labor Day. Hope everybody has a good holiday tomorrow if you get to enjoy that holiday.
That's right, man. Love Labor Day. I
Indeed.
got a day off, man.
Shout out to Words already in chat. We appreciate you, Words.
Yes, sir. Words is in chat. He might not have some good things to say about the Rings of Power.
Yeah,
but...
I'm always Words can go either way, so it's always a
Yeah.
fun time.
Yeah.
Just before the show, though, I'm making Raul go insane.
Yeah. Well, you see, Brad, I hate to be the guy to say this, Brad, but like,
No, you gotta explain.
This is why we should have just like done blank review instead of make funny titles for like
this
5 fucking years that we did this.
My man, like I can present this. I'll present this.
I've seen it. It's on Letterboxd, and Moonlight is logged. It is logged.
Like it says Moonlight review, so I don't know
what year would
this is 2019. So this was before video, probably.
Yeah, this is way before video. Yeah. So this would have to be phase 4 or 5. You're 5.
I don't know, but to explain the conversation we've been having to Words and Stacey's chat, anybody who's listening, I brought up to Raul because the new City of God show has come out, and Julia wants to review that with us. And Raul brought up, hey, we're thinking of doing this. That's fine. But I was sitting here today going, I don't think we reviewed City of God, the movie. Raul's seen it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here going, how am I supposed to review a show if I haven't seen the movie it's based on? But Raul swears we reviewed it. And I'm just sitting here going, I don't remember anything, which, you know, I'm kind of old. So that happens. But then we get into Moonlight, and I was like, we never reviewed Moonlight. I'm like, I'm very certain we reviewed Moonlight. I remember.
Yeah,
Moonlight.
What's the review before that one?
265.
Okay, yeah, but what's the movie?
Oh, let me pull it up.
Not like season 1. Okay. Rings of Power brought to you by K Jewelers. Every elf begins with K.
Oh, remind us why you didn't like season 1. We'll put that up.
Yeah. It's because I'm like looking at my list.
Here's the thing. This is before we went into the video format.
Yeah, but I made like. So when we made our letterbox, I went and I made lists for every single phase that we did.
Okay, so the Nerdcore's the mouse runs this house. We just did a news.
Okay, before that.
264. I guess this was before we had a live show.
Yeah. Way before that.
It was a House of the Dragon season finale review.
Okay, before that.
House of the Dragon season 2 episode 4 breakdown. 263. Andor's episode 6 and 7 of the live. That's a live show.
Yeah. You gotta check. What's it called?
Okay, what's this one? Episode 262. Fanboys Rejoice. So what the fuck was 263? I don't know.
Yeah.
Congo. We did Congo 263.
Okay, Congo was 263, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna be easier. That's gonna be easy for me to find out.
Yeah, because Raul hated that movie. I absolutely enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. Because
Raul is trying to fix his broken brain right now before we go on the review, guys.
Yeah, and I hate that I'm just fucking overly concentrating on this bullshit when we should be doing this goddamn movie.
We'll get to it. This is a live show. This is what you expect. Rings of Power brought to you by K Jewelers. Every elf begins with K, and every dwarf too.
Congo.
Before the live show, before the stream,
I'm thinking that I probably never put this movie into the list.
Before the live show, before the stream, there was a Nerdcore newsletter with reviews forcefully mailed to people. How does he know? Stacey, how long have you been here?
Not too much.
Word 789, Moonlight, great movie indeed. I think we both gave that a 10. If I remember
Yeah.
right, back in the day. Because
Where the fuck is where the fuck is this movie? Where's Congo? I know it's
we're
here.
at episode 700 and something. So that was like 400 to 500 episodes ago.
Yeah. I swear I just saw where Congo was right now.
And that doesn't include the live show or any of the other shows that we've done in the past.
Roro. No.
Now, Dorobro, I think, was 400s or 500s.
Yeah.
You got to go back. Like, we're
Cabin
opening up the vault.
Fever. Cabin Fever. Okay, no. We got Richard Kurosawa. We got Honey Boy.
Oh my God. We did review Honey Boy.
Yeah. Fuck you, Brad.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Tax Collector. Yee. No. Phase 2? It can't be Phase 2, Brad.
It can't be that far back, can it?
No, Brad. This is like... No. And Mariachi. Congo. Okay. So, I'm sorry. I see it here. Okay. So we did Congo. Then we did, what's it called? Rob Breaks the Internet. We did Moonlight, Chapter 1, Revisited. Then we did Mama Roma. Okay. I see it. It's here.
Yeah.
We never discussed City of God, Brad.
No, we've never discussed City of God. Congo, terrible movie. Roll agrees with you. Although I did like the Stop Eating My Sesame Cake line with Tim Curry. I think Tim Curry's the gem in that movie. The monkey suit going, ugly lady. I fucking laugh every time.
Damn, bro. I really wanted us to do this with Julia because
well, this is the thing is we can
do this. I'm talking about this review today because Julia really wants to be on the Rings of Power review. But she's not here.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is we can bring her for a City of God review.
Oh, yeah. I think...
Because we haven't done it.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that we would be doing this review. We would be doing that series after we're done with Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start Penguin. And Penguin's going to be episodic. And I think we're going to have a little bit of time in between there where we're not going to have anything to discuss yet because... Stuff like Doom Prophecy doesn't have a date yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's
fuck, man.
September? October? Yeah, I just pulled something like this was like right before we got on. I just pulled this off and poor roll.
Yeah. It's just bad. Like, okay, maybe we've seen a lot of movies, Brad.
We've seen a lot of movies, man. Like, if you go back through there and you see we've seen some freaking ridiculous indie films.
Letterboxd.com/nerdcore. Not completely updated right now because I still haven't added the stuff from this year that we have. The last thing that you're gonna see that's on the list is for this year's movies is is The Brothers Bloom. I still need to go in and log the other stuff, but it's look, man, I either upload the episodes or I update the site in the letterbox.
Hey,
I can't do everything.
Let's be real here. Nobody's missing much on The Brothers Bloom.
Yeah.
It's an okay movie. Nobody's really missing nothing.
I wish
Ryan Johnson.
Just wish I had somebody to who can update the website and the letterbox while I can just take care of updating the uploading the episodes. But Brad, how are you doing, Brad?
Wait, we reviewed Sharknado 3 before City of God.
No.
We reviewed Dororo before City of God.
Yeah. Brad, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty pleasant day. Me and Brenda just hung out. And we have some cacti that's got some prickly pear growing on it.
Yeah.
So Brenda and I went pick some. She made some syrup and she's making some prickly pear jello.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're kind of just chilling. We got a nice little good rain and it cooled everything down. So windows are open. It's nice.
Were you able to get to watch the films for tomorrow?
I have not, but I will watch it tonight. That's my plan.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't have I might have to let you borrow my Blu-ray so you can see the old version of that movie, so you can see what because I'm good. I've seen this movie like what, like 3 times now.
Yeah.
Um, actually, two times. This will be my third time. 2 times I've watched this terrible looking version, and now I'm gonna actually get to watch like the newly
The good shit.
restored, yeah, the good stuff. Because I'm gonna be real honest with you guys, we should have already completed Tarkovsky a while ago, but I refused for me to select this movie
Until
until
that.
the 4K came out with the new restoration because it looked terrible back then. It looked terrible.
What's the movie we're reviewing again?
It's nostalgia. We're starting off with nostalgia.
Okay.
Um, so we're gonna finally conclude Tarkovsky, which means I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to find those files. Probably what's gonna happen, I'm gonna have to download them from Patreon of those old films, and I'm gonna put them out for free for everybody. The reason I didn't like season 1 because that lady kept rolling her R's for Sauron. Sauron. Morgos. Yeah. Yeah.
Words kill me.
Oh man. Don't change words.
We
Don't
got
change.
comedians in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 2 comedians. We always got fucking Stacy in here.
Mhm.
Yeah. But Brad, I just went to get some barbecue and
Ooh,
I
there you go. You get ribs. What you get?
it was a mixed platter. So we had ribs,
Mm.
pulled pork, brisket, sausage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How much that?
yeah.
How much that put you back?
Well, it was a big platter, so it was between me and my brother. We split it. It was $21. I mean,
21 for
was the
21 split.
place 21 plus the drinks and all that.
That's not bad.
So it was like split. It was $15 each.
Yeah, not bad. That's decent.
Yeah. Well, he is from the Southlands, and little known fact, his full name is Sauron Rodriguez.
I mean, we'll get into that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've given Julia like 10, 12 minutes now. More than I would ever give anybody else who's supposed to be on. So I'm really sorry, Julia.
Sorry, Julia, but I got food cooking, and we got a review to do.
Yeah.
But when we do City of God, we're gonna have you on there.
Well, you can come on next week. She can talk about it.
Yeah, because we can always push back at one of the reviews we were.
No, I mean, as in like she can come on next week for what's it called?
Oh yeah,
Rings of Power.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Luis fucking comes in the middle of fucking seasons anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Remember when we were doing the Continental, and he missed like the last one?
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. But with that said, man, yeah, I have no idea anymore, Brad, what we've watched and what we haven't watched.
There are so many movies. Like we really need to go back and just look through before we went to video format, just what we did, because we did so much.
Well, there's also stuff that's missing from the video format, though. Honestly, the audio format is what's our real true backlog is the podcast feed.
Yeah,
the Nerdcore podcast feed, not the new live show feed.
So if you guys want like fucking 8 years of just listening to us in your car that you want to drive to, it's there.
Yeah, yeah, because the YouTube is missing a lot of. There's missing stuff in there, but all the episodes are on that format.
Yeah,
on what's it called, on the audio
Does that include the live show?
Huh?
Does that include the live show?
Live show, yes. All episodes of the live show, but now the live show has its own podcast feed, so I have it up on there.
So if you think about, we've done what 700 of the main show, about
too many fucking
700, and then we've done 377, almost 400 of the live show.
Yeah.
And if you think about that, I'm going to live forever on YouTube.
With our sometimes stupid reviews.
Exactly.
And people's uneducated, what were we saying? Our uneducated, what's it called?
No, I just drink wine from the wrong way, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bend over.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But with that said, Brad, we should probably get this going. Let's do this thing. Brad, if they have not watched this first 3 episodes, we're not doing episodes. We're doing the first 3. That's why today's titled the season 2 premiere.
Yeah.
Because we're discussing episodes 1 through 3 of the Lord of the Rings Rings of Power season 2. So Without further ado, if you have not watched it, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the episodes, go ahead and stay. Either way, how you say it, either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning. And it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3. Oh my God, I forgot my. There you go. I took off the loop. 2, 1. Oh, wait.
Ah,
After our words from our sponsor, SeatGeek. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad, we got 3 episodes, so I'm going to try my best to go through, like,
each
credits.
one by one.
Well, I just want to make sure that we get, I'll give you guys the titles, and I'm not going to read, what's it called? I'm not going to read the descriptions for all of them, but I'll go ahead and do this here. So episode 1, Elven Kings Under the Sky. It's directed by Charlotte Brandstrom and written by Jennifer Hutchinson, based on Lord of the Rings and Appendices by J.R.R. Tolkien, developed developed for television by J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay. And then, of course, the next episode is Where the Stars Are Strange, directed by Charlotte Brandstrom and Louise Hooper. Of course, written by I made my notes. Written by based on Lord of the Rings by Lord of the Rings and Apprentices by J.R.R. Tolkien. This episode is written by Jason Cahill. And then episode 3 is titled "The Eagle and the Scepter." It is directed by Charlotte Brandstrom and Louise Hooper. And of course, once again, this episode is written by Helen Shang. The series the season stars Lloyd Owen, Maxim Baldry, Tristan Gravel, Cynthia Adai Robinson, Charles Edwards, Sophia Novet, oh God, Owain Arthur, Charlie Vickers, Ismael Cruz Cordova, Tyrell Mujavdin, and Peter Mulan, Alex Tarrant, and more.
So many.
Yeah, we have a lot of cast. I mean, but the thing,
so many. It's a huge cast.
We have 3 storylines going at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on.
I had more.
Might be 4.
Yeah.
Because you have
the dwarves.
You have the orcs storyline with the Dar, Sauron and the elves, the dwarves, and then what's it called?
Numenor.
Numenor, and then the Arondir. Well, Arondir.
Then the stranger.
The stranger, yeah. We have a lot of storylines that go different, yeah. Which it's crazy, yeah. It's crazy. It's a lot.
It's a lot to hold up.
Some might say too many stories, but yeah.
Stacy wrote, first episode, we find out what happens with Soren eats 5 gum. Stacy, I was thinking that's when he drank brisk iced tea. By the way, I had a brisk like a couple weeks ago, and that shit was bad. That shit
bad?
I hadn't had one in like years. That shit's bad.
Where's Gandalf? I mean, that's
the question. Like, do we even have Gandalf in this?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I swear something is tickling the inside of my ear, Brad. Probably my ear, my what's it called? My hairs. Ear hairs.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Brad, we're back for another season of the Lord of the Rings of Power. We're picking up right off where we stopped last season. So
I mean, how long was last season? Was it 2 years?
2 years.
There's some parts of this I don't remember shit.
Yeah. We didn't really rewatch it before.
No, it might have. I might have should have watched like a YouTube recap or some shit on that.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember that of course Sauron was revealed to be Hellbrand. Well, Hellbrand was revealed to be Sauron. Yeah. And that Numenor lost the battle. And
I don't remember him being taken to the cave.
So Brad, so that's that, Brad, is before what happened before.
Oh,
So that's why I was a little like, oh, I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Um, so that is actually
which is why I don't know it.
what happened before. That's
That
that
was so
because
crazy.
remember, what's it called? Hellbrand is on that raft.
Yeah.
That's how Hellbrand gets to the raft.
Oh no, not the cave, not that one. The
Yeah.
Numenor, when the dude's in the cave and the horse comes into the cave, and I thought we were gonna have a never-ending story moment.
What?
The spiders,
Oh, yes, yes,
that
yes,
cave.
yes. Yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking about the whole like
No.
throwdown in the
I like I
beginning.
kind of understood that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought we were gonna have a someone who
Which I
shouts
would
"My precious" kind of
yeah.
show up, but luckily that
Love for that to be the actual same spider from Return of the King that was fucking up Frodo. Remember
yeah.
that big ass spider?
I thought we were gonna have a never-ending story with the fucking horse there. I'm like, this horse is about to die. Like,
No, no, no. Um, but
go Merrick.
Brad, what do you think about the season premiere, the season two premiere?
I was I thought it was good. I mean, sorry words, but I did. I enjoyed this. Like I don't necessarily remember everything that was going on 2 years ago when this first came on. I don't know. They might have been able to do it better with like a better recap, maybe, but it's whatever. From what I saw, I liked it. I want to continue watching it, and I do think like I was kind of me and Roll were kind of talking shit. We're like, really, 3 episodes you're dropping? Like, I have to watch 3 episodes before Sunday, and they're all an hour long. But I kind of get it because those 3 episodes they all intertwined really well together, and it kind of understood that this is how they're kicking off this season. So I understood by the end of that third episode. I'm like, okay, I get it. Um, and I guess everybody just is gonna rock some big rings.
Yeah. So I have to say, I think that this season starts stronger than season one. Um,
I don't even remember.
well, I mean, season one had
I
like the
thought
whole like
season
which
one ended well though. I do
yeah.
remember
Well,
that.
it ends with what's it called with Sauron overlooking Mordor and
Yeah.
the
And that's
creation of
kind
the
of how they
rings.
start. They start with him overlooking that shit.
Yeah. So we get. I love the way we start the first episode with actually looking at what happened to Sauron before, which I'm like, me the viewer, right? You know damn well that Sauron ain't dead.
No,
Like,
I mean, but I thought it was cool, like how like his blood ended up being like worms, and then they literally show him gaining strength back in the cave by eating
yeah,
centipedes and mice, and then he takes over some random woman, he eats her.
yeah,
But it shows also a different side of the orcs that I don't think we got to see before. Of like these guys really tried to resist this dude, and they were
yeah,
like, "Fuck this guy, we don't want to fucking die in another war."
yeah,
So we never really saw that. We're like, now you kind of feel bad for the orcs who are. I mean, by the time we get to the Lord of the Rings movies, they're kind of just, they're the baddies.
yeah. But here they're kind of just doing what
They just want to live on
are.
their land. I mean, they're taking over. I mean, they're being orcs, but
Yeah,
they're warring against. That's kind of what the elves and the humans and the dwarves. They're kind of in a warring nation, so they're just again just another society that's trying to take over.
yeah. Makes you kind of think like the orcs just kind of want somewhere to live.
Yeah, and everybody just keeps kicking them the fuck out, and then eventually they get genocided.
Yeah. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Oh God, I think about that every single time I see those fucking the fucking orcs, man. Um, the first episode you get mostly stuff with Galadriel and the elves, and of course Sauron. It was mostly an episode centered around the elves. And of course I think you got a little bit of the stranger, which the whole like vision that the stranger saw.
Yeah,
Um, I told Brad already. I don't think that's Gandalf.
and I'm sitting here going, I don't know. That's where I'm sitting right now. I mean, if it's Gandalf, I don't think it's going to be a huge kind of
Yeah,
payoff. So I'd rather it be someone else. But if it is Gandalf, I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe I don't know. I don't know the history of Gandalf just because I just know him from reading The Hobbit and the movies, and he just shows up and he steals little people and makes them go on adventures with him.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Hey,
He does.
you want to go on an adventure, little guy?
Yeah, because I don't think that's him. Um,
At least we haven't got to that point where I'm going, yeah, that's totally Gandalf.
yeah. But and I kind of like that, Brad. I like that we're still kind of like, oh, we don't know who that is.
Yeah, because if it was Gandalf and we were like, yeah, that's totally Gandalf, it would just be like, well, Gandalf's going to make it out.
Yeah.
Like, I get that.
Whereas like last season, I was like, I feel like Hellbrand is Sauron. Like, there's no way it's not Sauron. Like,
Yeah, he's too. I mean,
and people were like, oh no, actually, the stranger Sauron. The stranger, what's it called? Last season, so many people were throwing in different, what's it called? Their little theories.
nobody
and
fucking
stuff.
knew nothing last season.
No one knew
This was
nothing.
like,
But like, I think that everybody's still kind of like, we don't know who the fuck the stranger is. But I
instead
really
of
like
Gray or
that
White, it's
character.
probably Gandalf the prequel.
Well, prequel, and not the black.
Gandalf the prequel.
Yeah.
I got. Go on with the first episode. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I have to say, first episode is really good. I really like it as an opener. I think it does a pretty damn good job because we're getting back into there, and you also see like Galadriel is like very much like taking this to heart. The fact that she lets Sauron escape, she lets, she let this guy get completely won over him.
And
over her.
everyone is just continuing to kick her.
Yeah,
Did you notice that? Like, she is very apologetic. Like,
yeah.
look, like, I
But
didn't
it's also
know.
her mistake, Brad. It's her mistake. She's also not telling anybody about this.
Yeah.
It's like, this is kind of key information. You should probably let what's his name, the ring maker,
Which they do end up
Kunkurban.
trying to do.
Yeah,
And that's in the next 2 episodes that we see what happens
Yeah.
with those messengers.
but
Well,
it's just
kind of see what happens with those messengers. They don't quite make it.
yeah, but it's just it's really interesting. I really like how we open it up, and I like I said, I love the opener with Sauron. Adar is like,
I did like seeing like Sauron is, he's beyond death.
yeah, he's
basically.
beyond death. Yeah. And I mean, we know that from the fucking movies. Like the guy even still lives onto the fucking ring,
Yeah.
to the fucking a fucking eye on a tower. He's still
Yeah.
there. But Brad, I gotta say, I really like episode 1. Episode 2 was pretty good too. But I think that the strongest to me was episode 3. I was completely locked into episode 3, and I especially love how we leave off with episode 3.
But going back to episode 2, I think the start of episode 2, I just like the dwarf. I could just have a dwarf
I love the
story.
dwarves.
I love the dwarves. I could just have a dwarf story and just follow them around for the whole
Which,
time.
if I remember correctly, to us too, like I think we said last time, season 1, that we loved the Elrond and him and I can't remember the name of the guy. I can't. But their story, like in that season, is just what's it called? That we loved how badly they wanted to rekindle the relationship between the elves and the dwarves, and his father was just not there for it at all.
Yeah. And we see again the father and the king, the dwarf king, and his son are not in talking terms. But the music in the second episode when it starts with the dwarves is such a banger. Like I was literally nodding with the music.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fucking
Howard Shore, man. They one of the
bring it.
best things they did was keep the same damn composer from the films.
Yeah.
You don't have to do a damn thing different with that. Keep the same freaking composer. I mean, those scores for the Lord of the Rings films are some of the best scores ever. But yeah, I love the stuff with the dwarves. I love that they're like, hey, we're losing the light from the mountains. They're not speaking back to us.
Durin. It's Durin.
Durin. That's right.
Durin.
Yeah. And Dina is the name of the wife, right?
Ah, yes. And Dina's such a catch. Like Durin's thinking is fucking.
I love
to all love that he has that woman for a wife.
Yeah. I love that she tells her the dad, like, yeah, it's like, come on, like, we're just, you have to, one of y'all needs to apologize.
She is so she does not give a fuck that he's a king. That's her father-in-law, and she's telling him, yeah, you miss your grandkids? Yeah, stop being a stubborn fuck.
Yeah. And it sucks that the one who's like ends up apologizing is the one who doesn't even have that much of a fault in it.
I mean, one had to bend, and
Yeah.
Duran, I think, felt this was enough of a issue with his whole society there, where they can't grow crops, because the
Yeah.
mountain closed itself, and they can't hear the mountain anymore, which is probably a bigger issue. That he had to do something to get the king to like move.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that that what's it called that well, I'm saying like I'm sorry I'm pretty sure that the rings will come in handy for that, of course, but um
But there's all they do such a good job of showing these rings how they help society. They
yeah,
even bring up like, yeah, the rings in the wrong hands can totally,
corrupt.
corrupt, and it's
Hmm.
true. We've seen it a few fucking times in a
Well,
few
you see the
things.
way that it's interacting with Galadriel now.
Yeah.
It's
So
like it's kind of like it's not corrupting her, but it's like kind of making her hallucinate a bit.
well, it's giving her bad dreams, and I don't think she's the only one being affected by that. I think they're elven kings also.
Fucking old Toby. Damn straight. He's puffing on that fucking big ass stick that he has. Yup.
I read something that like Gandalf just went into the woods and smoked for 2 years after the movies. Just
Yeah.
went off in the woods and just smoked for 2 years. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but yeah, from they've done a really good job of showing that these rings they're good, and I mean, you see the trees, they come right back like more like
Yeah.
more golden than ever. They're shining, but
Yeah.
also I'm kind of on Elrond's side of like this shit can go bad really quick.
Yes, I'm on Elrond's side with that, but I also think that Elrond got off way too fucking easy. He literally disobeyed his king.
And jumped off
Yeah, which is like
and hid
I,
and hid.
hid gives the fucking rings to that one dude. Like
And
I
then that dude doesn't even follow through. If I was Elrond, I'd be pissed at that dude.
yeah, which is like to me, I'm like I watch this, I'm like the High King like literally let this guy off easy, which I understand because we're gonna need Elrond. You just can't go and just be like, okay, well, it's time for you to go to heaven.
How do you think Gadriel took that news that Elrond was leading
I don't think she liked
the
that,
party?
Brad.
I don't think she liked that at all. I'm like,
No,
this is
you
not
can
gonna
tell
go
by
well.
that look.
Mm-mm.
Um, it is kind of bullshit though. Like, yeah, because she's here's Galadriel who's like who what's it called? Yeah, she committed her mistake,
But she's war ready.
but
Like
she's ready,
she
bro. Like,
she's led men, and then you throw
yeah,
like Elrond,
she
who's
literally led them there when the creation of Mordor
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, and I mean, the king. This is a sort of punishment, I think, because
Yeah,
I think this is a sort of punishment because there's no reason. I guess there is the question of Gadriel, like what influence Sauron could have on her now.
yeah,
That comes up, but still, you're put in the hands of this party, and basically your society, and kind of a guy that's not even quite a politician yet.
yeah,
Like he's kind of like a fake politician for the elves.
yeah. But I mean, what's it called? What does set Elrond above Galadriel is that Elrond does have that relationship with the dwarves.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean, there is that.
which is also what Celebrimbor is thinking about with when it comes to fucking Sauron over here, who's like, oh well, he has that what's it called a relationship with now not just the elves but men too. Um,
I think that's gonna. I don't know if Celebrimbor makes it out this season.
me neither. I
I
don't
don't
think
I
so,
don't
Brad.
think he makes it out this season.
Which is a very bold first prediction there. But
Because Sauron and is it
Avantar.
Avantar. Yeah, I don't.
Amantar. I'm Natar. I'm Natar. I'm sorry. I'm Natar. I'm Natar.
Amnatar, which
Yeah.
that's a fucking ridiculous name. But
He goes by many names. The thing is that people like. The thing is, like, he can fucking what's it called? Shape into anybody he fucking wants.
Not only can he shape into anyone, but he changed the whole fucking room.
Yeah,
He changed that room into clouds and singing angels, and
yeah.
I'm like, oh god,
Anatar. Yeah,
Anatar.
yeah,
Yeah.
Anatar. He's gone through many names. Yeah.
But
But
I thought that
dude,
scene was
that
cool.
reveal was so sick though,
That
Brad.
was dope with
That
the
was such a
clouds.
sick
Mm,
reveal.
good graphics on that one.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if this show does anything, it is also to remind you how fucking expensive this show is.
Amazon's like, we can send Jeff Bezos the money. We can fucking put CGI on
Put
this
the
shit.
invoice. It's all good. He can pay for it.
Yeah.
Because oh my god, the CGI looks fantastic. Just even in the first episode with the whole like this, like when they kill Sauron and he
Yeah.
just goes boom like that. I'm like, holy shit!
I
Like,
love the shots too when they killed Sauron, just the above shot,
yeah,
and the elves continue to stab him, and then Adar is just like, y'all can quit now, and they're like
yeah,
getting a few more stabs, and they're like,
yeah. Okay.
okay,
Um,
one in the throat. There you go.
but that reveal of Anatar was great. I love that reveal. And what's it called, the creators did say that the heart of this episode of this season, it is the relationship between Anatar and Celebrimbor. Yeah,
Celebrimbor. That's how.
Celebrimbor.
Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, in the manipulation that's gonna happen there. So you see that happen. I mean, it's just
I don't think Celebrimbor makes it to the
I
end.
don't think so either. I don't think so either, Brian. Which is very bold for us to be doing on this first episode of
I
first
mean, because
watch
you
first
think about it,
review.
once the rings are made, and from the previews I've seen, all the rings
Yeah,
are made. We're seeing the
yeah,
Dwarven Kings get their rings, and then I guess 9 men might get their rings.
yeah. I cannot remember what it is, but I know it's like 11 rings for the man, or like 9 for the dwarves, and
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. Eric's the one who probably has it memorized for how many times he's seen those films. But
But
yeah,
at the same time, I'm kind of with Elrond, and I'm like, do all these fucking people need rings?
yeah, yeah. Also, I love where we set back into with the stranger and the two, the Poppy and what's the name of it? What's the name of the other
Uh,
one?
is
Poppy
it,
and
let me
well,
see.
Poppy and the stranger are the only ones, and then that little
No,
girl ends up coming back in.
Nori,
Rory, yeah, Rory,
Nori, no, Nori
Lori,
with the
yeah,
N,
and
N-O,
Nori, yeah.
Nori. There you go.
Which, yeah, those. If you guys don't believe it yet, those are the descendants of the hobbits. Are descendants of those people. Like, come on, it's
The
yeah,
is it the Hearthfoots or the
the Harf,
Harfoots?
yeah, the Harfoots,
Harfoots.
yeah, with the or how the other ones call them the fucking halflings. They call them halflings, which is
Har-
so mean, bro. um, but I love that, and I love that new sorcerer, which that right here, I'm saying it right now, guys. That is Saruman. That has to be Saruman, Brad. Like the staff.
I'm not I'll go out on a limb and say Celebrimbor's not made, but I'm not saying who the fuck is who, because I don't know. Maybe it's like the teacher of, but
Saruman.
it might be him because like they can't get the actors from the movies because some of those guys have passed away.
Christopher Lee's passed, which
Yeah,
very
so
sad because he's
so
great.
it's sad we can't do that, but it might be him. It's probably him.
I don't know, but his what's called his army, because people they have such cool costumes, Brad.
Ro, you need to say this in the Trump voice.
Sauron's a great guy. I've heard him. People are saying he's got a great eye for wizards, and building a wall, making the orcs pay for it. We're gonna make the orcs pay for it. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
Sauron's a great guy. Great guy.
Okay, love it.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter and Sauron, great people. Great people. Some people would say they're not real,
No,
but it's very real.
no.
Fucking idiot. They hate it when I say it, but his name, Sauron the Dark Lord.
Too good.
Yeah.
Too good. We have too much fun with
Yeah.
that.
But his
I
army is
don't
like
I don't disagree with you on
the
that though,
costumes?
because I love that scene. I love that scene where the moss, and then
Yeah.
he brings in, I forget what he calls the women that he sent out. I forget what he calls them. I love the dudes who show up in the fucking skull masks, who are
Yeah.
apparently
Fucking
they're
awesome.
they're like lepers of some sort because they're asking to be their bodies to be healed. So I'm guessing they're kind of lepers of some sort.
Yeah. reminds me of what's his name? Fucking Ahsoka, Brad. Big baddie. Thrawn's army. His army of like
The
stormtroopers
stormtrooper, the
with the
stormtrooper
golden
leader.
mask.
Yeah,
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 fucking awesome. I was like,
yeah.
oh man, this looks so cool. Um, and the stranger is starting to kinda trust his power, but
I
not at the same time.
uh,
But
I
he
think
found a
I think you
staff.
should be a little more cautious in trusting that power.
Yeah. Well, he
I
caused
mean,
that big ass sandstorm that makes the kids, what's it called?
I
Poppy and Nori,
I
flow
do
away, flew away.
I like the dialogue though between Nori and the stranger because you can feel this real kind of relationship blooming of just
Yeah.
friendship. And we don't know the stranger's past yet. We don't know like who he was in the past. He could be a fucking dark wizard for all I know that lost his
Yeah.
memories. But his story might change just from the meeting of Nori. Um but yeah, I love that they tried the tree scene again, and where he's like, "You need to back up more,
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 more.
more bloom."
I love that. I love that. I
And
love
then
it.
when the tree explodes, the audience thinks he's failed, and even
Yeah.
you can see it in his eyes. He thinks he's failed again, and then Nori runs up there like, "You did it!" And we're like, "What?" And
What?
there's like bugs crawling
No,
out.
he's
Like,
like, we'll have food for days.
I mean, beetles are a great source of protein. Um, so yeah, and then that whole scene where the I guess the baddies that are following them, they he falls down in the desert. We think he's dead from
Yeah.
dehydration, and they find a well in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if that wasn't gonna alert the people that were looking for him, I
No,
don't know what was.
no, no. You knew right when that bell started ringing, like they should have all realized, like, hey, the guy's looking for us.
Yeah, they're gonna find
Right,
us now.
I heard that.
Yeah, yeah. You probably heard that shit. But yeah, Brad. I really did like these 3 episodes.
Yeah. We
Oh,
didn't
I'm
we,
so
we
sorry.
didn't discuss, well, we didn't talk about he
We haven't talked
does
about
the
Numenor,
tornado. Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Isildur,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, what?
Arondir. Which the whole 3 episodes, man. I was like, where the hell is my Colombian elf? Where's my Colombian elf? And he shows and he shows up in the most badass fashion, fucking sightseeing, fucking what's it called?
Not
Like,
not
oh,
not only that, he does that, and then is it Isildur? Isildur? Um
Isildur, yeah, Isildur.
Isildur, he basically tells him like, "Hey, you want to help me get my horse back?" He's like, I wasn't even trying to save your ass. They just fucking in the way. I got shit to do.
Yep, yep. Which I have to remind myself watching this again that the Isildur is kind of a dumbass in this what's it called
A bit. He's
a bit,
maybe
which
not as much as the first season yet.
was because um thank you for the follow
Crypto
crypto.
Mr. X.
Okay, yeah, it's probably a bot. Crypto
Yeah,
Mr. X.
you know.
Um, but Brad, because we're people who've watched. Of course, we've watched the other films, so you know that Isildur, he's the one who cuts the finger off of Sauron. He kills Sauron. Well, kills, right? Kills
He
Sauron.
kills.
And this is the guy who saves the people for a bit before
Mhm.
the actual what's it called, the big plot of what of the original Lord of the Rings happens. And he ends up getting corrupted by the ring or whatnot, right?
Yeah,
So
this
like,
dude just gets stabbed in the fucking leg.
so now seeing this, I'm like, oh, so this is the guy who fucking saves the
Hey,
humanity
it
for a
kind of
bit.
reminds me of like the Hercules cartoon. It's like you have such a well-renowned fucking hero, and he's just a dumbass.
Just a dumbass.
He kind of just falls into things, and then like he's good enough to get out of them.
But he does have a lot of interesting characteristics, like
Yeah,
the whole weight that his mother has on him, and how much that loss has affected him for so long, and how he feels like he has this massive chip on his shoulder that he's been trying to like prove himself to everybody, and he's like, and like the only thing is that the only person you need to really prove yourself to is yourself, and I love that. I love that he's now kind of with Rondir and cannot remember her name, and but I know Theo, which it looks like Theo might actually be the one who's gonna follow behind Isildur now instead of that he was following behind Arondir before, because now that guy does not like Arondir anymore because of what
No,
happened
to
last
his
season with his
mother.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I
yeah.
mean, I don't blame the kid.
I
I
don't blame
think
the kid either.
I mean, I don't blame the kid. I think I think at this point in time, yeah, you're going to treat that dude a little bit harshly because
Yeah, yeah,
reasons. But yeah, I think you're right. So, which is fine. I mean, at least Theo's not falling to you know doing Sauron's bidding or anything.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. But I guess like I said, man, I love that now those characters are together now, and it'll be an interesting pairing up to me. And I just I this whole time I was like waiting for Arondir to come out, and I was like, where is he? Where is he? So when he shows up with that super badass fashion, killing everybody and fucking doing the fucking what's it called, bow and arrow kill, I was like, oh man, I was just so hyped. I was like, there he is, there he finally fucking is. Um, but I love that. And we have we have Numenor, right? We have Numenor left.
Yeah.
Um, which
Which the
well,
third episode.
The stuff with the Queen Regent with Muriel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what do we have anything else before that, Brad?
I don't think there's much. I think we covered most everything.
Yeah,
We got the two Harfoots who are somewhere in the sky at this point because the
yeah,
stranger
yeah.
couldn't control his powers and made a
Also, Brad,
tornado
did you
appear.
forget that he could talk? The stranger. Did you forget the stranger could talk? Because I'm
Kinda.
pretty sure last season that motherfucker spent like half of the season not talking.
No, I don't think. I think he learned to talk.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know his name still, which I'm sure that's going
No.
to be the big reveal at the end of the season. Is
Yeah,
like who this guy
we'll
is.
probably get a Gandalf, but I don't know yet. I'm not calling that one because again, they could throw whatever at us for all I
Yeah.
know. This could be some random wizard.
Oh God, here we go again. I'm so sorry, guys. He's not Colombian. I keep changing the damn thing for him, bro. What's it called? My brother thought he was Dominican. I thought he was Colombian. He's fucking Puerto Rican, Brad. He's Puerto Rican. My
Who?
bad.
Who are we talking about?
The actor who plays Arondir.
Okay.
Yeah. He's fucking. He's Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican. Sorry, super sorry with the Ismael Cruz Cordova. I could have sworn I thought you were fucking Colombian. Um,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
I'm trying to think if we have anything else with the dwarves. I think we covered mostly everything with the dwarves.
no, it's mostly that and like him making up with him, and it looks like I mean, other than the big question here is like they're making the rings. They
Yeah,
made the rings for the dwarves now.
yeah. Well, they are currently making them.
They're making
That's where
them.
they kind of leave it off. They're making them.
Yeah,
Although Sauron grabbing the ring. Did you notice that
yeah,
Celebrimbor was going to go put the mithril
yeah,
into the molten lava fire, whatever the fuck you want to call it,
yeah.
to melt it, and then Sauron snatches that shit up. He's like, "Nah,
No,
that's me. That's all
no,
me."
no
So
mithril.
so I don't know. I mean, there is the whole question Elrond has of did Sauron embed onto the first three rings? This one,
Yeah,
we see it. We see
yeah.
him embed on that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, we're gonna see where this goes, man. But I'm willing to bet Celebrimbor
I
is
don't think
going.
Celebrimbor makes it.
I don't think he does, Brad. I
Mm-mm.
don't think he does. The stuff with Muriel was really interesting because of course we know where we left off with that. She loses that battle. She loses a lot of men, and there's opposition. And talking stranger isn't where isn't that when you're so lonely you're taking up
We could
ventriloquism.
go into telling about the stranger, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no, not that stranger, Brad. And when I can't remember his name, Brad, but he was um I can't. What was it? What was his name, Brad?
Who are you talking about?
So in the ceremony, they're about to freaking crown
Yeah, and
Muriel.
then the fucking eagle shows up,
Yeah,
which everyone it's Farazone. We're talking about Farazone, right?
Yes, Farazan. Yeah, Farazan. Yeah, yeah. So Eagle shows up, and it looks like
And
Farazan.
Farazone pulls a stunt, which gets him a little closer to that crown
Yeah,
because he just walks right at the eagle, and I'm like, God,
yeah,
I just need one of those like the Trump eagle moment, like just just the eagle yelling at him.
yeah, yeah. But man, I sure did. I sure. I was. I'm thinking that episode, these episodes.
But the reveal of the Queen Regent and her use of an elf artifact,
Yeah.
that was kind of big, and it's all because the woman thinks Isildur's dead,
Yeah.
and we know he is not.
No.
Um, so it this puts a lot up in the air for because let's be real here, Farazone probably not going to be a great leader.
No. But then again, Brad, Isildur wouldn't be a good leader right now either.
Well, but the Queen Regent over the Queen Regent.
Yeah. Which is like the Green Region is gonna have a hard time getting the people back behind her.
I don't see. I think Farazone might snatch power away, just maybe for a little while,
Yeah.
but I think he's going to snatch it.
I think so too. I think that the people are completely not behind Muriel, and I think that they do not want her.
No,
They made it very abundantly clear during that thing. They're calling her the Queen of Lies.
I thought she was when the mother comes up and slaps her.
Yeah.
I thought she kind of had she could get the people under with the empathy she has for
Hmm.
for her people, but after that, you just have a lot of angry people that Farazon is manipulating even more.
Yeah.
He's
So we're
he's
gonna
controlling the
definitely
situation.
we're gonna have a fight for secession there, huh? We're gonna have a
Yeah.
we're gonna in case you were missing in case you were missing what's it called, like House of the Dragon. Don't worry, we're gonna have a little bit of House of the Dragon there. Where
That's
people are
exactly what
fighting.
I was thinking. There was like I'm getting some House of the Dragon feeling of
Yeah.
like there's some succession fights going on here.
Yeah, there's always some sort of fight for a throne, Brad. There always is.
But
And
I don't think Farazon's any Damon though. I don't
nah,
think he's
nah, no,
that.
he's not. But then again, like Brad, there's always a fight for a throne. But that's kind of been like like I feel like Numenor is such hostile and such what's called imbalanced territory that there's just I
Yeah,
don't know. But I'm very interested to see where we go. I think this was a really strong opening. I'm really excited to see where we go from here.
yeah.
I love that we're back in this because when I started this, it felt once again like I was back in there into that. I was back in this world, and anybody who loves those three movies, man, whether whatever you think about casting and all that stuff, whatever you want to think about all that crap, it feels so good to be back into this world again.
They did the world building right with
Yeah,
this show, as far as
yeah.
I've seen.
And I've told my brother, story wise is going to be tough because you're not adapting the book itself of the Silmarillion because you can't.
Yeah,
But they're trying their best. But I think where they really have the strong suit here is like, the actors are good. Like I really like the cinematography in the CGI. Why is Elrond young now? I thought elves didn't age. What are you talking about? I thought he always looked like that. He
yeah,
definitely changed his hairstyle though.
yeah.
I
No,
don't
no,
like.
there is an old elf there.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, why? Why would you switch the actor for Adar? He was so good last season.
yeah, what I was wondering that. I was looking at that and I'm like, who is
This is
this
not the
guy?
same guy, Brad. It's
That's not the
not.
same guy. Okay.
Yeah. Which, and it's like, it sucks. I really like that guy, man.
Okay, so
I
they did
really
change
liked him.
casting on the because I was looking at the guy, I'm like, this guy doesn't seem familiar.
Yeah, he was in freaking, he was in Peaky Blinders.
Okay,
This guy is called Sam Hazeldine.
okay.
And, cannot remember what the last guy's name is, but, he was really good. I really liked him as Adar last season.
Well, maybe
And you had to change that.
maybe Wiki has it.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Mm,
looking here at the last episode of season 1.
They don't really show. Sorry, guys. We are
Yeah,
currently.
but I really like
Oh, here
that
we go.
guy.
Oh, Joseph Mall or Molly was in season 1, and Sam Hazeldine in season 2.
Yeah, really fucking sucks, man. Like I really like that guy. That guy was really good, and that's one of the main complaints of
Yeah, I thought he was.
Julia had.
Yeah, I was wondering why he looked so fucking different. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, it's not just me.
it's like when they switched Dario's what's it called Dario's actor like from the from one season of Game of Thrones to the other. Remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. So he doesn't really. They don't. Wikipedia doesn't state why he was recast. They just said they recast.
He was so good though, Brad. He was
Yeah, he was.
really
He was good in
good.
season 1. I mean, I don't mind this guy. I mean, honestly, like a
Oh, I
Darda,
forgot that was Benjamin Stark. Huh, that was Ned's brother.
maybe because they couldn't get Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just glad I didn't have another traumatic, never-ending story moment with the horse,
Yeah,
because I was totally expecting that with the spiders. I'm like, they're going to kill this fucking horse.
yeah. But I'll go ahead. Episode 1. I'll go ahead and give it a 8 out of 10. I'll give episode 2 a 7.75, and I think 8.25 to episode 3. I think that's where I'm sitting right now. I really like those episodes. I love all these. I think these were good episodes. I think that 2 was probably the one that I wasn't like the strongest on, but I think episode 3 was the strongest episode. Brad, what do you want to give your individual scores with those 3 episodes?
I think they were mostly equal in my eyes. I enjoyed all of them about the same. So I'm going to give across the board an 8.5.
Barrack Dondarrion, that's right. They fucking changed that shit. Sorry, Brad. What were you, again? What were you saying?
So I think across the board, I felt mostly the same about all the episodes. So I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10 across the board.
Okay. All right, man. I'm excited, man. I'm glad that we're back. This was a show that I loved in season in 2022. It was a great time when we had that show. We had what's it called, the House of the Dragon. We had She-Hulk.
We had shit going. Shit was bopping.
Yeah. And now we don't have anything running concurrently, but I know that what's it called, we'll have Penguin in a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm just wondering if Ted gets knocked off Roll's top 10 list by the end of this, because Ted has held on for dear life.
Who knows, Brad? Who knows?
Who knows?
knows,
I
right?
don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they totally fucking fuck it up by the end, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Ted's a good show.
Yeah, man. But loved it, and I can't wait to see what we have next. So, Brad, with that said, that concludes our review of the season 2 premiere of the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Now we're done with that. We cannot speak any more spoilers, guys. So, you guys got a 1-hour episode this week. You know, this is something that we don't usually do a lot anymore, but we had a lot to talk about. It was 3 episodes. They're all like an hour long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a lot to get in there.
Sad that Julia could not be here, but we'll have her back next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
So she's probably gonna message me later, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I missed it. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh well, I'm sorry. We'll have you back for next week, Julia."
Yeah, or City of God or something to that effect.
Yeah, something tells me we're gonna have to we're gonna have to put that movie in there a bit soon to review.
Yeah, especially if we're reviewing the television series.
Yeah, which is literally the sequel series. So
yeah. So it's kind of hard to review the sequel, at least for me.
Yeah,
because I have not seen City of God.
Yeah, which by the way, I watched the first episode. I need to watch the second episode right now, but fucking great. I love this first episode of the show. I can't wait to see where we go with the rest.
I'm going to hold off until we watch City of God.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just probably gonna be lost.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look at what our schedule is to see if there's anything I might want to just drop off to replace. I might do it for the mini pod, Brad. I might just say fuck it and take it out for the mini pod.
Okay.
But we'll see. But with that said, follow us on social media, thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/Nerdcore. Tomorrow you're gonna get on Patreon our review of Nostalgia, and then it's gonna go live for everybody on Tuesday. So go ahead and check all that stuff out. And of course, our Discord link is in the description below, where you can discuss the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power with us respectfully. Don't come in with some of the shit that I see y'all complain about online.
Say that shit for Reddit.
Say that shit for Reddit because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna leave that comment in the Discord, and everyone's just gonna ignore the fuck out of you. No one's gonna give you any power, and most of the people are just gonna laugh at you. So
And if you post on our YouTube, we'll just delete it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets that bad, sometimes we leave them just because it's like that doesn't really affect me. So
yeah, just we're discussing
that's
the writing. We're discussing cinematography. We're not here discussing this stupid shit that you guys need to cling on to. I don't give a fuck what the color of the skin is of the elves. They're elves. They're not fucking real. So yeah. With that said, we'll catch you guys on tomorrow and live on Patreon, $1 tier. You get it. You get our review of Nostalgia live and early and ad free before anybody else gets it on Tuesday. But for now, Brad, we're gonna go ahead and get them out of here. Let's send them out.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank to Stacy and Words for joining us in chat today. We truly appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you to our listeners out there, Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, again, I'm just glad I didn't have a traumatic, never-ending story again. So for that, I'm out. Young Yoda out.